Prior to moving into the van, I struggled with dating. And it's no surprise that when I moved into Baby, it got worse. In the 1 year that I lived in Baby, I had a total of 3 dates, which is a lot of alone time. Now there's this thing called ghosting, which I find extremely rude and really mean. Now I know that there are definitely times where that sort of thing is acceptable, and I totally understand for you ladies when you get a guy sending pics of his twig and berries, or being a big baby because you'd say or don't say the right things to him, or just showing you how much of a man-child he can really be. That's the one time I get it. But for us nice guys, it really sucks. And the term ghosting doesn't really make any sense to me, because ghosts don't just disappear. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. What the hell, Larry? Just because you're dead doesn't mean you can be a dick. Ghosts are never totally gone. That's why it doesn't fit. It doesn't make any sense. Like a ninja, poof, they're gone. We've all been there. You know who you are. Now, I honestly tried my very best to find that van life, travel-seeking, adventurous woman, but it just never happened. So of course I had to go alone. And you know, it's okay. You can't wait for someone to help you fulfill your dreams. You just have to go out there and do it. The whole time I traveled, I honestly thought that I would come across that gal. And there was one time that I did. She was amazing. She had this beautiful tiny home up in the mountains. It was gorgeous. We had amazing chemistry. I thought for sure she'd be the one, but unfortunately she left for New York and I never saw her again. But I kept trucking along. I kept traveling, staying optimistic despite the very real fact that van life can be really lonely. I know. You don't think I didn't think of that? Well, what's your point? Well, we just might make it. Did that thought ever cross your brain? Well, regardless, I would much rather take my chances out there on the road than spend the rest of my life talking to my goddamn Ewok! Wicked! Now, van life dating isn't all that bad. Most of the van lifers that I've met are actually women. It's hard to find a van life girl that's not traveling all over the place, and it's even harder to find one that's willing to set aside her plans for yours, or vice versa. But if I'm being perfectly honest, there are some serious factors that I overlooked before moving into the van. Looks being one of them. Women judge the looks of your van very much the same way they judge the looks of you. If your van looks like shit, she's not going for a ride. Hey, you ready for a hot date?
I'm not getting that creepy van. Not happening.
So no matter how well kept you are, she can't overlook it. So try to get a few dates before she sees it, or buy a better looking van. Now, time is against us, gentlemen. If you're in your 20s, this doesn't really pertain to you. Subconsciously, women want 2 things, security and stability. A 42-year-old man like myself living in a van doesn't really meet any of those expectations. I'm just a fantasy, and at my age, a lot of women are over that shit. So for me, most women treat my lifestyle like it was a fun thing to talk about. But van life, although it's great in a lot of ways, you know, it's not as exciting as it sounds. There's a lot of downtime, and once you go through explaining all the glitz and glam and travel and adventure, they get bored and they just move on. Which leads to my best 3 tips for meeting that special someone in van life. Starting with van life meetups. There are monthly meetups in San Diego and other cities across the country with well over 100 van lifers coming together to socialize and network. This is a great way to meet others like yourself and get some digits. But for me, because it's my job and because I do van life tours, basically that's all I had time for. It's my fault. Then there's events. These are huge events that last several days, sometimes up to 2 weeks. Like RTR, Schoolypalooza, Tiny House Festivals, Descend on Bend, just to name a few. They equally happen each year all across the country. These events are probably my favorite of all of them because you have plenty of time to meet and greet as many people as you like, and some of my best friendships have happened in these places. Van life is not just about living free and traveling. It's about doing the activities that you really enjoy without worrying about having to hustle every day to make ends meet. So there are 3 activities that a lot of van lifers do: rock climbing, hiking, and surfing. These 3 things are equally fun, challenging, and you are bound to meet somebody in that lifestyle. And last but not least is confidence. If you don't have confidence, you ain't got shit.
I've lost my mojo!
Women can smell lack of confidence a mile away. It's a huge turnoff for them.
My God, what is that smell?
Because all the things we just talked about are gonna come into play at some point or the other, and you better have your A game well oiled and ready to go. That concludes this van life dating episode. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, including my travels and my vlogs, be sure to hit the notifications bell so that you get updated each time I upload a new video. Hit that like and leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. And it's a thing now. You ready for a hot date, baby?
Hit it.
Stupid. So stupid. Oh, never again. Never again. Oh.